Healthy relationships between adults are the result of successful negotiation. Two persons who want to form a relationship bring their unique mix of needs, priorities, expectations, opinions, and values to the relationship. In some areas their mixes coincide, while in other areas they do not, and thus need to be negotiated. For example, suppose we decide to move in together. Our needs, priorities, expectations, opinions, and values are represented by the two circles, one for me and one for you. Where the two circles overlap represents areas of agreement, but where they do not represents areas of conflict, which we'll have to negotiate as we bring our lives closer together. Many differences can just be accepted. You can like the Yankees and I can like the Orioles, or we can simply agree to differ. Other differences, however, must be resolved, such as to how to parent, where to live, how to manage money, chores, etc., etc., etc. So conflict is not the problem. In fact, it's inevitable. The problem is when two people do not know how to resolve differences, because each unresolved conflict of significance becomes a brick, and too many bricks becomes a wall, with the two people standing on the opposite sides, each feeling frustrated, confused, misunderstood, and wondering if the love between them still exists. So in order to build a healthy relationship, both persons must possess skills for resolving conflicts, because without these skills, negotiations will fail and the relationship will suffer. I will now describe the 4 essential skills for healthy conflict resolution. Skill number 1. Skillful expression is the ability to express my needs, values, opinions, feelings, and priorities in a clear, direct, and respectful way. In other words, say what you mean what you say, but don't say it mean. The goal of skillful expression is to advocate for myself in a non-threatening manner that is least likely to trigger my partner's defenses. This does not mean beating around the bush, but rather expressing myself clearly with I statements, while employing body language, voice tone, and word choices that convey respect. For example, when you come home from work late, I feel worried and anxious. So it would be helpful to me if you would call me and let me know when you're running late. Skill number 2. Skillful listening is the ability to listen with the sole goal of understanding my partner is trying to express, even when I don't like or agree with what I'm hearing. I actively listen to what my partner is expressing, so I avoid thinking about anything else, including formulating a rebuttal. Instead, I give my full attention to hearing what my partner is trying to communicate. In addition, I let my partner know that she has been heard. For example, so what you're saying is that if I don't call you when I'm running late, it worries you, so you'd like me to give you a heads up. Is that right? Skill number 3. Creative problem solving begins after we have skillfully expressed ourselves and skillfully listened to each other, so that our opinions and feelings about an issue are on the table, face up, for both to see. The goal of creative problem solving is to study all the data on the table in search of a creative solution that will meet both of our needs reasonably well, which most likely will involve negotiation, compromise, and thinking outside the box. It may take a few minutes or many days to find a workable solution depending upon the complexity of the problem. But the beauty of this process is that it eliminates the power struggle, whereby if I win, you lose, and vice versa. Instead, creative problem solving allows us both to win. Skill number 4. Responsible follow-through means we each must do what we have agreed to do, because no matter how well we negotiate a solution, it will be meaningless without follow-through. Responsible follow-through builds the trust that forms the foundation of all healthy relationships, and without it, trust erodes and a healthy relationship becomes impossible. In conclusion, if you're having the same old arguments over and over, then you must take an honest look at what the two of you have been doing. Are you able to skillfully express yourself? Is your partner able to skillfully express him or herself? Are you able to listen skillfully to your partner? Is your partner able to listen skillfully to you? Are you both able to practice creative problem solving? Do you follow through with what you have agreed to? Does your partner follow through with what he or she has agreed to? Now, if the answer to any of these questions is no, then you may have identified where your relationship's conflict resolution skills have broken down. So discuss the no areas with your partner to see if he or she is willing to work on improving or learning the deficit skills. If you seem unable to learn these skills on your own as a couple, then seek professional help, which would represent a major investment in the health and future of your relationship. If you found this video helpful, please click the thumbs up button. And if you want to hear more from me, then subscribe to my channel, Counselor Carl. I will be publishing a new video every other weekend. And if you'd like help in improving your conflict resolution skills, then visit my website, SerenityOnlineTherapy.com, where you can read more about me and the online services I provide. And finally, keep paying attention to your life. Until next time.